Now there's also, what is this web and design? Now, some people might go into web design. Some people might just do graphic design. It's like, let's make beautiful things. Let's make new websites. Let's make the internet, let's make the web bigger by putting more stuff on it. So you have titles like web designer and graphic designer and web app developer and user interface, user experience designer. And these people just love the web. They love working in pixels, and they love choosing colors, and they love picking the fonts that they're going to use, and they're trying to figure out how I'm going to get that same look on a mobile device. It's a little bit of programming. It's a little bit of knowing how the web actually works, but it's a lot of design as well. And that is web and design. This is such a huge thing. We know the web is everywhere, and people have to make it. And these people make it. Hey, everybody. Let's look at a demo for someone that works with the web. Maybe they're a designer of the web. Maybe they're a web developer. So you can see this. They are looking at some code. The code is what makes the web page look the way it does. Okay, and I just want to show you here, it's not that difficult. So I guess, how do I run this? Let's see. I'm going to hit refresh. Okay, so it did this effect at the bottom. It ran this effect. Now, this effect was created in code. So you can see up here on the left, like there's HTML, there's CSS in the middle, and then there's also JavaScript. Now, these are the three main languages of the internet, of the web. There is no JavaScript in this one, so I'm gonna just move this out here a little bit like this so you can see a little bit better. Move this away. If you want to change what this web page will look like, because it's just a full web page, you can just go change it right here. Maybe instead of "I'm a passionate web developer," you would say something like I'm a web designer. And when that refreshes down here, now it says I'm a web designer. Okay, cool. But designers design. They change things. They change colors. They change fonts. And how do they do that? They do it with these codes. Okay, so you can see here's actually the font. They're pulling in a font from Google. I bet you if I break this, if I take that code away, I bet you it won't look the same. See how it looks a little different? So I'll put it back. Looks a little different. Now let me go down here. What about the body of the HTML? Now, what is the body? It's like all this stuff in the background. It's the whole web page. So right now, the background color is based off red, green, and blue. So if I dial up red the whole way, it can go up to 255. You see now there is more red as part of that color. Okay, so maybe you like that, maybe you don't like that. Let me try this. Let me try background. And I'm going to do a linear gradient. And I'm going to do a gradation of color from black to white. Let's see if that works. Yeah, check it out. And then essentially what that's doing is just going from a dark color at the top down to white at the bottom. It's just doing a gradation of color. And they might like that, they might hate that. They just keep on working until it looks the way that it is supposed to work. Now there's more. This whole little animation effect, it's in the code. We just got to go find it. Oh, there's animation typewriter. Okay, so what's going on here? There's an animation. It's taking 4 seconds maybe with 40 steps. Okay, there's a blinking cursor that blinks 500 milliseconds. Maybe I can slow it down by making it 1 second to blink. Let's see if the cursor goes slower. Yep. And then what about this one? Can I make the whole animation of the typewriter to be 2 seconds instead of 4 seconds? Yeah, it's faster now. And instead of 40 little individual steps, let me make it 100, and it will be a much smoother animation. You can see. So that's a little bit of what the designer does. They're gonna like the colors. They're gonna change the colors. They're gonna change the font. They're gonna like do the layout a little differently. They're gonna have to use these codes.